What's up, everybody? We're back with part 2 of the Iron Man helmet video. I'm so sorry that it's taken so long to get part 2 out. I've been super busy with school, but you guys don't care about that stuff. Let's get into the video. Today we are going to be completing this Iron Man helmet. Right now, all we have is the golden faceplate, but in this video we are going to be making this part of it. And it's going to be less complicated than you guys think, but still pretty complicated. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm getting a ton of comments asking for a part 2, so here it is. So first of all, what you're going to want to do is get into your other file with your faceplate. If you haven't watched the first video, I definitely recommend watching that so you're at the same step as me. So what you're going to want to do is insert your next canvas and insert from your computer, and you're going to want to get the back side reference picture of your Iron Man helmet. And then which plane should we put this on? Let's put it right there. And then to scale this, you're just going to kind of want to eyeball it, just kind of like we did the other one. And yeah, where's it at? Wrong side. Okay, so you're kind of just looking at the top right here to line it up. Very little movements. I'd say that looks pretty good. Those look pretty even to me. And then just hit OK. And now what you're going to want to do is get rid of the other two, or actually just the front side one for now. Oh wait, actually we're going to use that backside one later. And for now, we are going to create a new sketch. So this was the first sketch with the Iron Man faceplate. And right now we're going to create a new one. And it's going to be on the same plane as before. Make sure this 3D sketch part is checked or else it will not work. Straight up will not work. Alright, and what you're going to want to do is go to these canvases, get rid of the left side one just to not confuse yourself. And essentially what you're going to want to do is the same thing as before. What you're going to do is go to create, click on point, and on each of these red parts, you are going to create a point. So on every crevice, on every like kind of corner, you're going to want to create a new point. So yeah, let's get started. I'm going to start it down here because this kind of seems like the easiest spot for me to do. So right there, and right there. Then kind of make these ones even. And that looks flat, so you're going to want to make it flat like that. Kind of just go right there and then it'll help you out. Then do that. And again, you want to not have these constraints on here, so make sure to delete them when they come up or else it'll fuck it up later. And something that I actually forgot is that you're just going to want to do the right side of it. So I don't actually need any of these. Yeah. Let's go back to the point. Put another point right here. All right. Then another one right here. Right there. Is that curved? Maybe a little bit. Let me add 3, yeah. Actually, nah, I'm just gonna make it straight because I don't think that's supposed to be a curve. It just looks like an image. Alright, right around there, there. And then you kind of want to zoom in and get these ones right. And then I'm going to go back here, go in the middle, and then you can kind of see there's like a little indent right here. I'm also going to put one right there just because. Yeah, that looks about right. So I can do that. I'll put one right there and there as well, just in case. And then this one looks like a straight line, so I'm gonna go there. Then I can go up there. And then from here, I'm gonna go up here. And this is kind of gonna be a little bit of guess and check. Just a little bit. And then for these points, you do kind of want it to align with that edge. So you're kind of just gonna place it right on the edge a little bit. And I wouldn't worry too much about this part of it. This part's a little complicated when it comes to faceplate. I'm just gonna personally, for my Iron Man mask, line it up with the edge and not have this little indent here. Go right there. Right there. Then I'm going to move this point just by clicking and dragging. Yeah. That looks a little curved. I'll put another point right there. Again, for curved lines, you're going to want to do 3 points. And then for straight lines, you just need 2 points. Okay, let me put one down here. Right around there. Let's go there. Let's drag that down a little bit. And then get rid of these constraints. I'm going too fast, I really apologize. I just noticed that the last video was almost 35 minutes, which probably you guys don't want. If I was watching a tutorial, I would want it to be short, or else I wouldn't even click on it, honestly. And then these are the ears. We're going to get to these later. They're very complicated, actually. So, yeah. Kind of want to place one in the middle of the ear, on the edges of the ear. And then, yeah, that looks good to me. Yeah. Now we're going up from here. I'm gonna place it right there. Right there. Then up here. What would that do? That's fine. And then again, get rid of these constraints. Just click on them and press the delete key. That should get rid of them. And then if you ever lose the repeat point, just go up here to create and scroll down to point. And you should be good to go. Place some of these as well. Boom, boom, boom. And then on these lines, it's a little complicated. If you can't tell, they're kind of like the curves of the helmet. So I placed one in the middle there as well. Then I'm just going to move this point, or did I even place point there actually? Maybe not. Did I? Yeah, that's a point. Okay, I'm going to put that right there. Yeah, that looks good. All right, now we're on to the top of the helmet. So we want one right there, right there, right there, right there. And this is kind of where it gets complicated, these sections right here. So I'm going to go over that in a second. Right there, right there. Boom, delete that one. All right, and then just kind of go along the curve of the helmet. Remember, we do not need points on the left side. So just come down here, go there, and one in the middle. There we go. I'm trying to remember if I want points directly in the middle or if I want it kind of to the right. I'm thinking it needs to be directly in the middle. me actually go back here to check. Let me see. If I go down to sketches, sketch 3, yeah, all the points were directly in the middle. Okay. So I'll delete a few of these, then create some new points, and just put it right on the center line. Sorry if I told you wrong the first time, that's my bad. And then delete that point, delete these constraints. All right. Point, center, delete, repeat delete on that. Then put a point in the center, and I'm also going to put one right there. If it gives you trouble, zooming in usually does the trick. I did not even mean to create those. Whoops. Alright. Now, I need to make this. So, my tip for making this is to just do this part, that part right there, and then after that, I wouldn't even worry about like this indent right here. It's not worth it. It's just gonna make it really hard. So then after that, I'm gonna put it right there, one right there, get rid of the constraint, and then put one up here, and right there. And then the one that you actually do want to do is kind of this edge right here. So there's like an edge right there, right there, right there. That's it right there. And then the triangle kind of finishes right there. And again, get rid of the constraints. All right, that's looking pretty good so far. So, yeah, this is looking good. Now we got to do this part up here. So this part's super complicated, but it actually does look, unfortunately, it does look kind of cool on the helmet. So you want to place all these points right here, like I'm doing. And I might have placed a little bit too many, but that's all right. So basically this is kind of like an indent, and yeah, it's kind of how you do it. I did that really quick, so let me know if you have questions about it. All right, that looks good to me. Now what you want to do is you have all these dots in this plane, but you have to move it over here. And let me actually get rid of these bodies. Press V to delete them, kind of. And you just want to unhide this canvas plane. And now what you want to do is go to your multiple viewports. It is loading for a minute. Okay, there we go. Basically go to your multiple viewports, and what you're going to do is zoom in over here, and you're going to select this and move/copy it. And I'm going to get the sketch palette out of there so that I can see the move copy. I'm also going to get the move copy out of there. Oh, it doesn't like that. There we go. Just so I can see more, you know. So now what you want to do, that point is actually in the right spot, because anything like any of these that you see that are on the edges, they should stop. Like you should stop being able to see them on this plane. So you don't actually have to move most of those. That'll make sense in a second once you see the back plane, because you also can't see the back plane until here. So I'm just going to start down here actually. It'll probably be simpler. So this one, repeat move copy. It should be right there. Looks good. And this one, just highlight it, repeat, move, copy. And then you're going to want to drag it again. And you do want it to be in line with this one. So just kind of try to overlap them. And this one, repeat, move, copy. And put it right there. Oh no, it's not good. There we go. And yeah, as you can see, you can tell where it's supposed to be just based off both the images. So I think I'm going to time lapse most of this part because, yeah, you don't want to see most of this. Alright, I will be right back and I'll end the time lapse once it gets to some of the complicated parts, like up top and the ears and stuff. Alright, so for this part, on the side of the face mask, or the side of the helmet, you can kind of see the depth right here on the reference pictures. Like, you can see this line goes right here, and it kind of stops there. That's all you need to do. Just line it up there. You can kind of see it right here too. And yeah, it makes sense when you look at it here too. So yeah. And I actually forgot to add dots right here. This is kind of a texture that I didn't see before. So I'm going to add it right there, right there, right there, there, right there. Yeah, that looks good. Get rid of the constraints. All right. All right. Now we're back at the top, so we have like all these points left. So, what you're going to want to do for these points is kind of guess. I'm not going to lie to you, because you can't actually see anything right here. So you're going to have to guess for a lot of them. Now for these ones right here, what I'm going to do is just move copy them. And for this one, I can tell it's actually right on the corner there. So you just want to put it right there. And then for this one, I'm going to start with the simple ones. You literally just put it right there on the edge. Same with these. You can kind of tell where it's supposed to be. Not really based 100% on this picture, but based on where it's already at in this picture over here. Because now you know that this has to be at this height. So you just need the distance, the horizontal distance that it needs to go. And once you get it there, it kind of matches up. Go right there with it. Yeah, there we go. And then I'm going to do this side of it. So these should be pretty much right next to each other, which they are. You can tell because they're just on top of each other right there. I'm going to do this one. This one looks like it's a little bit backwards. It's alright. There we go. And I'll do this one. This one should be forwards.
And yeah, it's basically right on top of that. So there you go. That one we already did. Okay, cool. And this one should be pretty far forward. There we go. And this one should be at the corner right here. Right there. That looks good. Now with this side, you can see some of these ones. So let's start with those. Looks like it's going right there because it's in that little indent right there. Put that down a little bit. Still looks good over here, so we're good. And then right there in that indent. I'll move this one as well. This one should go backwards. And for this one, you kind of have to guess based on this. I'm just going to put it, I kind of want a little bit of a forward curve, so like diagonal. So I think I'm going to put it right around there. And now we're on to these ones. So I'm going to do the same exact thing with this one. I'm just going to put it back, but diagonal to this. So these should be right on top of each other. And then for this one, I'm going to do something similar. Where is that one at? It should be backwards a little bit, I think. Yeah, because this one, hang on just a second. Oh no, it should actually be forwards. It should line up with this one right here. So basically, you're just doing all the ones that you can see, and then the other side should be symmetrical with it. So I'm going to line that up right there. And then this one can go forward. Should be lined up right about there with this one. Just diagonal with it. Alright, and that's actually most of them done for this section. Now we're on to this section. So I'm just going to do the simple one, moving that to the front of the helmet. And this one to the front of the helmet. Right there. Alright. And to kind of double check our work, what I'm going to do is this, so we can kind of see what we've done so far. And yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm looking at these dots right here, and you can kind of tell that it's like a little line of dots that has a little tiny indent. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Alright, back to normal. Alright, so what are we on now? I think we're on these dots over here. Yep, because all of them are still in that plane. Alright, let's start with the ones that we can see. I'm going to do this one. I'm pretty sure that that's this part sticking out. I'm pretty much positive. And then we can do this one again. It's going to be on that curve. And now I think we're to the point where we can't actually see it. So what I'm going to do is just keep following the curve. I think it would curve down like that because it's kind of going like that so far. And yeah, I'm kind of just guessing here. And this one, I'm just going to do perfectly in line with our first dot. Just straight up and down. There we go. Then I'll do the same thing for this one, except obviously the second dot. That looks good. for this one. Boom, right there. And now we're gonna have to do this side. So I'm just gonna line this up with the edge of that, because we should kind of not be able to see it, but you kind of know what I mean. I feel like that should be more lined up than that. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna put it a little further back, kind of right there. And then for this one, we're gonna move it again. Just right here. Kind of following this curve the same distance away as before. If it's the same distance, it should be about there. And then we're going to do the same thing here. We'll move that to right there. Kind of right before the glare. Just the one we just moved, okay. And then eventually it should get down to this corner right here, which it's almost there. This one should be at the corner. There we go, perfect. And then it kind of sticks out a little bit for this one. So I am going to not put perfect in line, but actually like that. So there's a little bit of curve to it. Now for these parts, what you're going to want to do is kind of eyeball it. So this is that one, and it needs to be what looks like down and to the left of it. So in this dimension we can, or on this screen we can only go down, and then on this screen it's to the left. So that should be right. Then we'll do the same thing for this one. Should be down a little bit. Down and to the left of this one, so I'm going to go right there is my best guess. And then I'll do this one. My best guess for this one is right. If that one's right there, and that one's right there, and this one should be right around there. Looks good to me. Is that all of them done? Or are these two? Yep, those two are right there. Then these ones are right there. That's fine, because that's all that you can see right there. Except I am going to put it a little bit more in line on this side. So this should be right there, and that should be right there. There we go. All right. Now, what we want to do is kind of check if everything looks right. And you can kind of tell that this is like looking like an Iron Man mask. These all look good up here. These are kind of like the more complicated ones that we did. And they look pretty good to me. I have no complaints, honestly. And then this part looks good as well. You can kind of see a general outline. You can kind of tell that's a face mask, especially if you put this with it. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, let's keep editing the sketch though. So now, instead of using this whoops. Instead of using this, we are now going to use this. You're going to want to flip to the back side. And now what we're going to do is we are going to put a bunch of dots around here. So what I'm going to do is get out of the multiple viewport, single view, and I'm just going to put dots wherever I feel is necessary. So we want to go to the back face, and I'm going to put some dots right here, 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 here. And I'm not going to worry about all this. What I'm going to do is base it off of this edge right here. So I'm going to go right there, right there, right there, right there, and there. And then all that is the front. So we don't actually need anything right there. What we do need, see, where did I just create a dot at? Right there. Redo point. Do I need these ones? Yes, we do. Okay, we're good. I'm gonna move this one. Wait, is that the one I just created? Yeah, it is. Okay. I'm gonna move that one right there. Then delete this constraint. Okay. So the most important part of this one for the back parts is going to be kind of going up the side here. So what I'm going to do is go to the ears, put a point right there, and right there, right there. Actually, I really don't need that point. We already have those side points. But you do want to put points on the back of the ears. So right there and right there. And then the other parts that you definitely are going to want to do is straight up the middle right here. I'm going to do it right there, right there, right there, right there. And then up here, we already have points for that part, so I'm not going to touch that. But every point that I put in the middle, I am going to put some points kind of like for here and then here. So you're going to want to do, where did I put this point at? Yeah, what you're going to want to do is put some curve points right here and then right there. And get rid of these constraints. They're just going to screw you in the end. So basically for each of these points in the middle, you're just going to go out and put 3 points total. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. One in the middle and one on the edge. All right. And then after that, you're going to want to add some points over here. Kind of this curve right here and this curve right here. So you're going to go along this curve, boom, boom, boom. Delete that constraint. And then along this curve, boom, boom, boom. And along this curve. We'll probably connect these two. This one, what is this one? Nope, not that one. All right, now you're going to want to go back to your multiple viewports. And if I miss something, I will definitely go back to it. But I think that's everything. So this one, it's just up there. It's also up there. Flip that around. Yeah. I going to start with some of these. I'm going to start with this one. Seems the easiest. All right. So that one, you can tell, is just right there. Along with this one. Around the same. Right there. And this one also goes back there. And we need a few going down here. I think I placed a few. Yep, right there. Just gonna go back here. And maybe this one. Yep. Goes right there. It's good. This one goes around there. And this one does the same. We got a couple of these ones. This one doesn't go too far, it goes right around there, and then this one goes in the front, right there. That looks good. These ones should be the ears, yep. The outer ear. I actually placed these in almost the complete wrong spot. These needs to be way up here. Just even the ear, man. What is this? Yeah, those two are the first ears, and then these two are the second ones. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move them up to the first ones, because goddamn. Then I'm gonna put them back here. Put this one over here. Yeah, that looks about right. All right. This You can't exactly tell where it goes. So I'm going to put it right there. That looks about right. And this one, that's actually 3 of them. Okay, I'm going to start with this one. I'm just going to put it right there. And this one, I'm going to put it in the center, right around there. And this one goes at the back where you can barely see it anymore on the screen, which should be right there. Yep, looks good. This will probably be 3 as well. Oh no, that's just one of them. What's the next one? Also just one of them. Interesting. Not exactly sure if I need those. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna put this one right there. This one, oh no, it's not good. This one right there. And then this one right there. Alright, sweet. And this one will go right there. Not that one. What it is. I'm wondering if this one is actually from a front. Yeah, it looks like it is. Wait, no it doesn't. Why would that be there? Why? Yeah, I am just gonna delete these because there's almost no point in them. Yeah, this one looks like it should be like also pointless. Damn. This one. There we go. That's something useful. This one will go right there on the edge. Whoops. These 3. This one doesn't look very useful. Yep. Yeah. This one should be in the middle, right there. This one should be on the edge, right there. What is this? Okay, looks good. I'm gonna guess that goes right there. Not exactly sure though. Alright, let's get these in the right places. This one should go all the way back. This one should go in the middle. And this one, I think it was, maybe, yeah, this one, go on the edge. There, where it is. Okay. Okay, now what I'm going to do is compare all these dots to all the dots I have on my other one. So it's looking pretty good. Yeah, I think it's actually time to start connecting, and if we're missing a few dots, then we can add them. Alright, so here's what you're going to want to do to connect them. What you're going to want to do is go to the side view on this one, and then the front view on this one, and you're going to want to get the front side view back and just kind of rotate over here. And you're going to use the fit point spline tool. We did this in the last video, so it should not be too hard to remember. But as you can see, I just completely messed that up. So I'm going to go fit point spline, click on these three dots, and boom, there we go. As you can see, it worked over here. Then we connect these two like that, because that is a shape that we want to make. Looks good. Looks good over here as well. And then I'm going to kind of angle this the other way, just to kind of make it a little better for me. So now what we're going to do is we are going to connect this with this, I think, and then that one and that one. That would go over here. Yeah, it does. Sweet. Perfect. And now what we're going to want to do is connect. Where did it go? There we go. Connect these three, and then four, like that. And it looks pretty good right there. And then I think I'm going to connect this to that, like that. And then this one to this, like that. Does that look good? Yeah, it does, it does. Sweet. Now I'm kind of going to go back to this view, how I had it before. I'm going to connect here to here. Oh, do we not move one of the dots? Where is this dot? Ah, we didn't. Oh, we moved it back there. Oh, no, that's just the wrong dot. Okay, that makes sense. And if you can't tell, when you do the fit point spline, you can't actually select anything until you shift and middle mouse button over like this. And then now you can select any of the dots. It just has to be slightly angled. So now we're going to want to connect this to that, to that. Why does that look so weird on this screen? Oh, because it is. Because it's really just here to here, right? Yeah, because this dot is in the back and so is this one. Okay, yeah, that looks good. What other dots do we need? Okay, fit point spline. Now we go from here to here, I think. Yeah, looks good. Looks good to me. All right, next up is these. So I'm gonna go from here to here to right there. No, to right. Yeah, to right there. Because this dot is in the back. Yep. Okay. Sweet. This is gonna take a very long time. I think I split it up into multiple sessions the last time I did it with my other Iron Man helmet, because that's how hard it was. It was multiple days of designing. But I'm trying to put it all into one video for you guys so I can make other videos on how to make the actual Iron Man helmet in real life. Hopefully this video is less than an hour. That's kind of my hope right now. I don't know if I'm going to get it to that, but we'll see. There we go. That'll go right there. And this will go to the front. This part's a little complicated, so bear with me. But it's looking pretty good. This should go right there. And what is this? Shit. What is that dot? Okay, that dot's in the back, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. Don't need to connect it to there. Damn, I'm doing it way too much. Okay. Just do a slight movement. There we go. I'll connect. Oh, I didn't move it at all, actually. Okay. Connect there to there to there. Oh, misclicked. Okay, there to there to there to there. Okay. And then I think it's from here to here as well. And just from there to there. Actually, I kind of want this all to be one thing. Yeah, definitely. So I'm going to go from there to there to there to there to there. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Looks pretty good so far, in my opinion. Alright, I'm gonna go from there to there to right there, I think. Yep. And remember, look at both screens. That's how I'm able to do this so fast and how I'm able to tell if the dots are right. Also because I've done it before, but you know, also the other thing. Point spline there to there. There we go. I don't know why I was curving so much before. That was crazy. There to there. Okay. Let's do some more fit point splines. That's right there. I think it's actually okay, yeah. I don't want to do that yet. That's the back part. Might want to do this part. Maybe not. I don't really have anything connected to actually. I need a point right there. It's fine. We can add a point right now. Let's add point. Boom. And then move the point to right there. Alrighty. Fit point spline. I'm going to go from there to there to, where is it? No, right there. Damn, right there. Fuck is it? Is it not updated or something on here? I don't know what happened. Where is it? Oh, there we go. Okay. I don't like that. I'm gonna, fuck. So I was gonna say I was gonna curve it a little bit, but that didn't happen. Okay, let's press OK and then hit a little curve with that. There we go. Boom. Looks pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna start down here now, which means I need to go like that. Okay. Go back to front, curve it a little bit, fit point spline it. And most of these are straight, so you're just gonna wanna keep repeating fit point spline. Hit OK to get rid of those green things because they kind of get in my way a little bit. You saw right there, I tried to get greedy. I tried to do multiple in a row, and it kind of just messed it up a little bit. Go right there. Yeah, that looks good. Maybe right there. Yeah, there we go. Try to get greedy by doing multiple in a row while wanting it to be straight, but it curved on me. Is this? Yeah, that is good. Sweet. Not that one, but this one we need a line connecting. There we go. Yeah, if you ever see those things get in your way, anything, just zoom in and out. That's kind of the easiest way to do it. All right. And this is going to be an S curve, I think, so I got to do from there to there to there. Nope, shit. Yeah, from there to there to there to right there. And right there. Yeah, that's perfect. Sweet. There we go. Where is this dot? Back there. Okay, we're good. Okay, now let's do some of this stuff. A little too curved for my liking. Okay, there we go. There to there. Zoom in on this thing. Okay, that is kind of a curve. Where is this dot at? Back there, that's what I thought. Okay. I'm going to switch to the side view now. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. So now we can see where the dots are at. Okay, let's start right there. Right there. It's right there. to there, to there, to this one. Why is that like that? What is happening? I'm just gonna get rid of that dot altogether. Fuck. Okay. So I got rid of that dot, which means I have to redo this part. So I'm gonna go from there to there to there to there to there, I believe. No. Nope. So the thing about this is when you patch it, um, I want to make this a section. So this and all this is going to be a section, and then this is going to be a separate section. So I can't combine this with it. I can do that separately. But if I try to do that, then it's going to screw up the patch job later, essentially. And it has to be a closed patch as well. So last time I ran into trouble where I didn't close that off, and it kind of screwed up a lot of stuff. All right. Looks like this one's actually a little angled, so I can actually just kind of do it easier over here. That's nice. Okay. Go from there to there to there. Then I kind of want that curved. Okay, that looks good. There to there to there. Little curve is good right there, I think. And this should be straight as long along with this. Okay. Now we are on. What is happening here? Oh, I did it wrong. Uh-oh. Did I do it wrong? Oh no, that's fine. Yeah, it's good. Now we're on to the back. So I'm gonna do that and that. Go to the back. There we go. Okay. So I'm gonna switch that like that. There we go. Then I think these three connect, these three connect, these three connect, and then all these connect. What's happening here? Is that how I want it to look? Not exactly sure. Nope, that's not good. There we go. Okay. Okay. So that is actually just a random point in the middle of nowhere for some reason. What is that? Oh, I never. Okay, I see, I see. So I never actually moved it to where it needed to be, left to right. Think that is good. What is this point? Is that the same scenario? No, that point's fine. Okay. Let's do this. Let's go to the back. A little curve. All right. Spline. This to this to this. Yep. And this to this to this. Yep. This to this to this. There we go. then what's the next one? Is it like here to here to here? Here to here to here. Maybe. Doesn't really look wrong. Doesn't really look right, but whatever. Okay. Now I'm going to connect all of these. Okay. There we go. Now, I think we need to connect here. Over here. Yeah, there we go. Connect there to there to there to there to there. Nah. It's going to go there to there to there. Then what's this point? Whoa. What just happened? There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay. It's coming together for sure. Now I'm going to connect these two. And these two. These two. Okay, let me look at my other design real quick. Okay, I need a few more points here. Kind of what I thought. I'll just put that one right there. Yeah, that looks good. There, there, there. Maybe move it to the right a little bit so it's more curved. But yeah, that looks good now. All right. Whoops. Put that to right there. And what is this little thing? I'll get rid of that. Oh, I see what happened here. Yep. Okay. I think I clicked on the wrong thing again. A trend today. This should be connected like here. Boom. Perfect. I don't think I need this dot actually. Or this one. Looks pretty good. Now to do the ear. The ear is so incredibly complicated that I really don't want to do it like this again because it kind of messed it up. So here's what I'm going to do. Let's try a 3-point circle. There, there, and there. Oh my god, it actually worked. I did not expect that one. Did not expect that to work at all. Holy shit. Okay, that's cool. It's really cool. So, now that we have the circle, oh, I just deleted it on accident. Okay, now we can create another circle. God. There, there, and there. I think, what we want to do. And then kind of connect them with the spline tool. Now it's a perfect circle instead of the BS that I had before. It was insane. What is happening? Okay, there we go. There we go. Sweet. And we shouldn't even need these dots anymore. Actually, what was that last dot? I don't know what I just deleted. Nope, we don't need that one. Okay. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Now I'm just going to connect some of these to this. All right. That is an Iron Man helmet right there. Oops. Yeah, that looks pretty dang good to me. I'm not gonna lie. I I'm pretty proud of that right there. All right. Now let's get on to the next step. I know, you thought it was over. It's not. Not even close. Nah, it's pretty close. So what you want to do now is open the sketch palette up and then finish the sketch. And what you want to do is go to surface and click on patch. Now, what we're doing with this is we're selecting, just like in the last video, we're selecting lines. And it's going to create a very thin, has no thickness in the real world, very thin body. And what that body allows you to do is thicken it later, which we'll get to in a second, and create something that you can actually 3D print. This one might be too big of a curve thing. We might have to do something there. Yeah. Hmm. Also, we need to edit the sketch real quick and add a line right there. Okay, let me see what I did on the last one. So on the last one, we had that, and then we had this. That should be fine, though. Should totally be fine. And that was also down there. That look right? Yeah, that looks right. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to finish the sketch. Let me do everything else and then come back to that. Okay, right here. There we go. Yeah, you're just going to want to select all the edges. Ooh, that's why I did that with the circle before. Yeah. Let me try to do it without this stuff. But we might be screwed here because this circle doesn't exactly want us. Shit, it has to all be kind of consistent. Like it can't have half the circle in and half the circle out. So if that's the case, then we're screwed. Yeah, it doesn't like that at all. If I do it without the circle, it might work. No, it doesn't work. Okay. Can we break this up into multiple parts in the sketch? That's what I had to do last time, was break it up into multiple parts. Let's add our points back in here. Okay. We have the right one. I think so. Oh, shit. Sweet. Perfect. Like I said, very complicated stuff. What the fuck? Oh, right. I have to do that. Okay, there we go. Pardon my freaking French, dude. Holy crap. Oh, that's kind of a perfect circle. Last time it definitely was not. Sick. Oh, that's why it wasn't last time, because I still have to do it the other way. I just have to eyeball this. Looks pretty good. Decent enough. Perfect. There we go. And now I can delete that outer circle. Doesn't look too bad, honestly. Obviously not perfect, but it's good enough. What? There we go. Boom, there we go. What is happening, dude? Nice. Sweet. Then I can delete that. Then we should be good. Now let's go back to trying to do this stuff. All right, patch. Oh wait, we still have to hang on. Right. Where are these? Like I need those. All right. Let's hope not. Right there to there. There to there. There to there. And there to there. Let's do there to there as well. Sweet. Alright, now let's get back to patching it. Fuck. As you saw, I combined all three of those. So I'm going to have to put that dot right there. Or that line right there, sorry. Why did that just happen? Okay, interesting. Whatever. Oh, it happened again. Okay. Perfect. There we go. Sweet. It's working again. What did I just select? What the heck? Oh, okay. I see what happened. Selected the wrong dot in here. I can go from there to there instead. There we go. Alright, let's patch this up. Hmm, weird. Why isn't it working? One of the other things I noticed is that sometimes you have to create click new component, which is a little weird. So let me try that. That didn't work. You also have to click them like in order sometimes. There we go. It was the in order part that wasn't working. Okay. And some of them are silver, some of them are gold because it basically just means that one part's the inside and one part's the outside. It doesn't really matter until you get to thickening it, which just means you have to put a negative symbol on some of them. But yeah, it doesn't affect it too much. I think I need to add a spline right there. Yeah, right there. Oh, I did that for some reason. Okay, let's do this. Ooh, this is gonna be tough. Let's try this. Fuck, it is gonna be tough. Okay, I have to change one of these. So I either have to change that to just being right there. So you have to change both of them. Hmm. Could just change. I'll have to change this one too. What the hell? If I just got rid of this and this. I'm gonna try that actually. Boom, boom, delete, delete, and then where'd it go? Jesus. that. Okay, let's try that. Just as a quick fix. Perfect. Boom. Does that actually look good though? Yeah, it does. Okay, cool. Works for me. Patch these up. This recording is now an hour 46 minutes long. I'm really hoping that I can edit this to get the time down a bunch. So there might be a lot of time lapsing, and I'm really sorry about that. But you guys aren't going to watch a 2-hour video. Perfect. That is the Iron Man mask without thickness. That looks pretty dang good. It's actually probably a little better than this one, honestly. Alright, now let's move on to the next step. Next, what we want to do is go over here to Create on the Surface tab and press Thicken. And then you're going to pick one of these faces, one of these like 100 bodies over here. And what you want to do is just click on one, and you're going to want to thicken it to negative 0.1. Last time I did 0.05 and it did not turn out very good, honestly. It was a very thin mask if you saw the showcase video. And I want to make it better, so we're going to do that here. Okay. This one's already in the right direction, so you're all good. Just press OK. Oops. Press thicken on the next one. Body 18. And always make sure that it's facing inside of where you designed it. Because you designed it to be kind of perfectly like, what's the word for it? I guess you could say like the perfect look for it on the outside is how you designed it. So if you like, for example, thickened it to the outside like that, it would just look completely weird. But if I do the same thing like to the inside, you're never going to be able to tell. Okay, so for this part, what you see, what I'm doing here is I'm adding a little bit of thickness, even though I said not to do that, to this part right here. Because the last time I did this, um, this part was actually too thin and they all kind of fell apart. So, yeah, I'm going to add a 2 right here. Just make it look a little better. Because, yeah, I don't think there was really anything attaching them together. And that kind of made it just, yeah, just fall apart. So now you can see they're kind of overlapping a little bit, and that's perfect. That's exactly what we want. And the best way to tell, like if you're thickening it right, is just by the arrow. If this is pointing out, then you obviously don't want it pointing out. You want it pointing in, and you're gonna add a negative symbol. And yeah, it's pretty simple. Where's that one at? There we go. It's perfect. Sweet. All right. That is your completed Iron Man mask. Actually, no, there's one more step. Sorry. This step's pretty important. Obviously, this is half an Iron Man mask, so you're going to want to mirror it. And mirror plane is going to be this plane. And you want to do new body, not join, just so that there's separate bodies that you can show and hide. And there you go. Boom. That is your Iron Man mask complete. And then this is the other part of it. Oh shit, I completely forgot to do this part. Oh my god, no. This is actually looking pretty seamless. I'm pretty happy with that. It's looking very like put together, you know. Okay, let me really quickly go back and actually just do this part.
Alright, for some reason the audio got messed up, not sure why, but basically what you want to do now is just mirror the rest of it. So as you can see, what I'm doing here is I'm just going to select all the bodies, and yeah, we're just going to hit the mirror tool. But yeah, once you have it mirrored, your Iron Man helmet is now done. So let me just scroll up and actually show the faceplate as well. And yeah, it looks good. There's a little gap in the mouth, but I think that's actually how it is in the movies. So I think that actually works out perfectly. Looks just like the movies. That's your Iron Man mask done. There is one more step, however. You're going to add the appearance to it, which is basically the color that you see in the other video, or not the other video, but the other file. And how you're going to do that is you're just going to tap A on your keyboard, and then you're going to go to Fusion Appearances, and you're just going to scroll down. Let me check which appearance it was in this video, or in this file. We go to appearance. It looks like it was the aluminum anodized glossy red. So let me find that in here. Repeat appearance, scroll down. Where is it at? Okay, aluminum anodized glossy red. That does not look like the one. Whatever. It's close enough. Okay, a faster way to do this is to just select all the bodies on the left side, and then you can actually just drag it over to the left side on the bodies instead of individually selecting like 100 bodies with this, like I'm trying to do right now. Nah, you just want to shift click and then drag it over to all the bodies, and then it'll automatically do it. And then, yeah, just do that for the rest of the bodies on the other side that you mirrored. And I actually did the wrong one for the mouthpiece right down here. That looks a little weird, so I'm just going to redo that. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really enjoyed making this video. There is a part 3 coming. I'm going to show you how to do how to 3D print this, printer settings that you need, a 3D printer you can buy, and all that stuff. So yeah, please stay tuned. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video so it gets more views. And yeah, if this video gets a bunch of views, I'll make a part 3. Sorry that this video was so long. Yeah, but I will see you in the next one.